Hey everybody, welcome to this video. I'm back after a little bit of a break. Had a second baby, a beautiful daughter with my wife, so nice and not necessarily recharged from the lack of sleep, but back in action and back into the swing of things, helping Ecom brands with their growth. So welcome to this video. So today what I want to go through is the one key to building a 7-figure business. And this is something that we have really boiled down to be basically the number one contributing factor. The number one thing that if you can get right, you will inevitably succeed and massively grow. And the reason I can say that is because this happened with us almost without us knowing, and observing where we went right and wrong. This is definitely one thing we got right. And subsequently looking at other businesses that have succeeded, this is one commonality that we see time and time again. And I've just recently finished Shoe Dog by Phil Knight, the founder of Nike. And this was one thing that stood out amongst everything else that is common with what I was thinking was successful with Karmic, successful with clients that we work with and other people in the industry. And that's what I'm going to share with you today and go through exactly what to do to be able to get hold of this one thing to build your business to a 7-figure ecom brand. All right, so let's get stuck into it. So the number one thing is building your tribe. All right, now building your tribe basically means having a loyal customer base that advocates for you, will buy from you regardless of anybody else who comes into the market, and for reasons that basically not necessarily you have to understand, but there's some connection there that people feel with you. It could be you personally, it could be your brand, it could be the quality of your products that you produce, a problem that you solve for them, and they are inadvertently bound to you and will consistently advocate for you, a loyal tribe. And so I just referenced obviously Shoe Dog. The way that Nike started was Phil was basically selling shoes out the back of his car at athletic meets, right? So his tribe, he was a runner himself, and his tribe were runners. He wanted to find solutions for better cushioning, for better, grip, for better running experience and better performance. And so his tribe were runners, they were athletes, and very specific ones. He's in amongst his group of friends and broader network. But that was his focus. He focused purely on his tribe because he knew who they were, he was associated with them, and he knew what they needed, right? And so his business doubled sales every single year. Started at $8,000 back in kind of 1967. And then, I think by sort of early 1970s, he was kind of hitting a couple of million. And then now it's a $30 billion, company a year, right? But it started with building his tribe. And this is exactly what happened with Karmic. We didn't know it at the time, but we started with a very specific group of people, a very specific niche who we understood their problems. We understood their real deep-seated issues with creating juice cleansers for themselves and the pain points they had with that, buying the produce, juicing it, packaging it, and wanting to juice cleanse. And this was a very kind of far out niche that we thought was only very, very small. But as time went on, these people grew and they knew people like them, and it became a little bit more mainstream what we were trying to do and trying to achieve. But our tribe of loyal followers drove our business massively forward, right? So from basically the very start, even up until now, where we're doing, between 300 and 500K a month, our repeat customer rates, without fail, are between 50 and 60%. That means that our loyal tribe is continuing to repurchase, to push through the ranks, and to speak to more and more people that they believe in our product and people should get on board with it and continue to drive our business. So that's us, and that's where we'd love to be, obviously, at Nike. But they had the same story, the same principles applied, right? So that's what it is. So how do we do this? If you're just starting out, or if you're looking for this solution, niche down, right? So niche down, find out who these people are. You need to know who these people are. And in a really genuine sense, you need to understand these people. You can't just go into it and pretend that you know these people, that you know their pain points, that you're part of their market, their tribe. You have to really genuinely know and understand them, and even be part of it, or know somebody who's a part of it, or have been familiar with it. So don't basically fake that, because they will sniff you out. They will know that you're not part of their, tribal community, right? And so get to know them, right? And then secondly, find access points. So if you're in fitness, like that's a massive industry, find your actual tribe. Who is this product for? Specifically, down to the person. And everything that you do should be built around that person. Every piece of communication is speaking directly to them, like as if you're sitting across the table from them. Every attribute towards your product should be communicated directly to them. Okay, so people get this wrong, and they really skip this step when they're building their business. They just sort of say, well, the market's huge. I want to get everything out there. I want everyone to buy it. But they miss the importance of this step. And by missing it, they miss the entire point of what their business is about. And they miss the opportunity to build this foundation. And if you don't have the foundation, your business will come and go super quick, because there's nothing else to stand on. You'll have to be competing all the time with people that you don't have to compete with, because they're bigger, got bigger budgets, potentially better, but been in there for a longer period of time than you. You'll be scratching around for sales, always having to acquire new customers, always have to pay for it, right? Whereas those that have a tribe, and you look at the best businesses that and I just reeled off Nike, arguably one of the biggest and best probably in history, and they built the tribe. They took the time, they took the effort, and they took the years to go and do that. And that was in the 60s and 70s, right? Speed in this day and age is something that we have the biggest advantage of. And so find them, access them, and build your business around them. And you'll find that tribe will grow and grow and grow. If you're doing right by them, if you're delivering the right quality product, and they're building a relationship with you, they will be your biggest advocates and your biggest driver. And it will pay absolute dividends like it did for us. Another example of this is a client that we work with, Ali. She does faith-based apparel, and she built her tribe on Instagram. So, from the very get-go, she was very active on social media, on Instagram, and she built her business organically to 100K, 120K a month before we actually started working together. And so what she was able to do there is communicate as herself and through her faith with her followers, right? And she built that up from 1,000 to 10 to 50 to 200 to 300,000. I think she's got about 310,000 followers now, and they resonate with her. They are her tribe. She could say anything, and they would respect that and value that. And so where we came in and helped her was we added some gas to the flame and advised her accordingly on how to grow sales using what she's already got, her tribe, and being able to leverage paid ads and other forms of strategies to keep growing. And we helped her grow to above 200K a month in her monthly revenue, right? So there was some strategies there, but she already had the bedrock, the foundation that is her tribe. And again, as we observe successful businesses and unsuccessful businesses, this seems to be the common theme, that successful businesses have the following, they have the loyalty, and they have that foundation where they can continue to grow and ask things of their tribe, right? So look, I hope this really makes sense to you. Please don't underestimate the value of building the tribe. You cannot skip this step if you want to be successful and get to 7 figures in your Ecom brand. It's just the beginning. But as if you're the biggest businesses in the world and in history do these things, who are we to ignore them, in a smaller capacity, especially at the beginning? So find that tribe, build that loyalty, and you will be well on your way to building a 7-figure business. So hope that helps. See you in the next one.